Hello, students, and welcome to our next kind of bonus lecture. So in this lecture, we're going to study a really cool feature. This is called button animation. So we have already made our game. So we have gameplay, we have finishing screen, we have our menu with buttons, we have all these labels, all these scripts, and it's like almost there. It's almost done. But we can actually put some really interesting thing here. It's animated buttons. So whenever we drag our mouse pointer on any of the buttons, they're going to change their costumes. So in order to do that, we need a special block that we're going to discuss in a couple of minutes. Well, first thing we should actually do here is we should add the text on the second costume of this start button. I think the most attentive ones have already noticed that our buttons have not one costume, but at least two. So this button has two costumes, and this button same has two costumes. So we're going to switch between these two costumes whenever we drag our mouse pointer on any of the buttons. Okay, so for this we need a pretty easy script, but there is something unknown for you, I guess. So let us go to the start button and choose the first costume. Now let us switch to code, and here what should we do? Well, uh, as an event, we can actually choose when backdrop switches to menu. Why not? Next thing, what we can do is we need a forever block. So forever block works forever, like it's pretty clear. And what can we put inside this forever block? So something we put into forever block, it's going to work forever. So I'm going to repeat this because it's very important. The only way to stop the forever block is to stop the game, or in control we have another block that's called stop all. Okay, so there is no other way of stopping forever block. So every time we have our starting button on our screen, this script is going to work. So we actually really need this forever block here, because we can switch multiple times from like our jungle to menu, or from finishing screen to menu. So every time the script should work, it should not stop. Okay, uh, unless our project is closed, this script should work. Okay, so next thing what we're going to get from the control is the block if then. How does this block work? Actually, this block if then works like this. If the condition inside this space is true, then it does something that has been put inside it. Otherwise, the inside part is just skipped. Okay, but this if then else block works a little bit another way. If this condition is true, for example, if uh, my starting button is touching my mouse pointer, then it is going to switch its costume to button 2B. What is the button 2B costume? It's the orange one, okay? Else, so whenever this first condition is skipped, the else condition is going to work. Whenever this condition works, else condition is skipped. So we're going to have one of the two states of a button. Whenever our mouse pointer is touching the button, we're going to switch costume to the button 2B. Otherwise, we're going to switch to the button 2A. So now, look how it works. So whenever we drag our mouse over here, it changes to orange. When we get our mouse pointer, it switches back to blue. So this looks really cool, right? The same thing, we can just drag our script over to the quit button, and here what should we do? Just change the costumes, because this button is called button 5, and this is button 2 actually. So here we change it to button 5B and button 5A. And now look at this magic. This button, well, oh, I've done a little mistake. Here, this should be jungle menu. Sorry. So, nice, nice. Now this works too. So whenever I drag my mouse pointer onto the quit button, it switches color. And now we have our first game that's pretty complete and even with such cool features already. So thank you for your attention. See you in our next lecture video.